guys, how you doing? Trucker G here again. Doing a series of videos about getting started in the trucking industry. Already did part 1. If you ain't seen it yet, go check it out. This here's going to be part 2. Part 1 was pretty much about researching the industry and researching the different schools and different jobs. Like I said, if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. Otherwise, this video is going to be extra long. But part 2 here, I'm just going to assume you went to truckerg.com and got set up with Driver Solutions. Because, like I said in part 1, there's so many routes that you can take. And at the end of the day, I really don't care what route you take. I mean, it is what it is. You got to decide what's right for you and what's right for your families. But like I said, I'm just going to assume you went to truckerg.com and filled out an application with Driver Solutions and let them do all the legwork for you. Like getting you set up at a school, you know, that's paid for by a company that they're going to have you, they'll already have you a job and everything. Getting you set up with an accredited school, that's important. I spoke to a person the other day, and they found a school, and I spoke to them, and I asked them if the school is accredited, and they said no. And guys, that's something you really got to pay attention to. Is the school accredited? Yeah, they might work with a few companies that'll hire you on, but in the long run, if you don't have a certificate from an accredited school, you're limiting yourself to the amount of companies you can go to. But let's just assume you did all that. You went with Driver Solutions. They got you set up with the company. They got the school paid for. They set you up at the accredited school. They're going to set you up at the motel to go to that school. That school might be in your state. It might be out of state. It just kind of depends on where you are. I don't know. That's just something you're going to have to figure out with them, you know. Let me adjust myself, get a little uncomfortable here. But once you get all that straightened out, they're going to send you to a school. They're going to set you up at the motel. What you need to do is you need to make sure you got enough finances. I mean, some of the companies that they set you up with, they will give you like a food allowance. Some won't. That's something you need to ask and be prepared for. If they set you up with the food allowance, find out what that food allowance is, and if that's enough to cover you for those 4 weeks, sometimes 5 weeks. I don't know. It just depends on you and depends on the school. If they don't give you a food allowance, well, you need to figure out what it's going to cost to basically buy food. You can eat top ramen every day for that 4 or 5 weeks. Some people do. I mean, I've taught hundreds of students, and a lot of them lived off top ramen. If you can, well, your budget's going to be low. If you can't, you better be prepared to pay, the higher price meals. A value meal is almost $10, isn't it? So times that times 2, lunch and dinner. Most of the motels that they set you up with usually have some kind of continental breakfast or something like that. Speaking of the motels, a lot of the motels have a shuttle. I know in Springfield, Missouri, the motel that they set you up with has got a shuttle that take you back and forth to school. But if they don't have a shuttle, then you need to make sure that you got transportation back and forth to school. Something you need to ask, ask Driver Solutions or ask the company that you're going with or the school that you're going with if they provide transportation. Make sure you pack enough clothes. Bring some laundry detergent. 4 weeks worth of clothes. I don't think I own 4 weeks worth of clothes, so you'll be doing laundry unless you want to be dirty. Another thing that you're going to do before you even go to school is you need to be studying for that CDL exam, to get your permit. A lot of guys, they go and get their permit before school. What I suggest